Hi, long time no see. I hope you can hear me okay. There's like a bit of construction going on, so it's been really, really loud and noisy, which is why I haven't been filming. And this is my first time using this microphone with the noise cancellation feature on. And I've avoided doing that for so long because I don't know, like some reviews just say that it can come out kind of weird sounding. So I hope it doesn't sound weird. I hope it sounds okay. Anyway, let me show you what I've been working on. Took down my hair because I felt like I looked a little funny. The thing is, it looks cute in real life, but it looks messy in the video. First, I made these like gift cards. I just cut them out with gift wrapping paper on my Cricut, and then no, sorry. Oh my gosh, where is my brain at? I cut them out with watercolor paper on my Cricut, and then I painted on them these little cute designs, giving you a moment to focus. So, like, I did the backs in like a matching color. See, this is a Christmas tree design. This is like an old one that I did from that DIY gift card video that I posted years ago. I shall link it if I don't forget. I think they turned out really cute. Of course, I had to add like a gingham one because you know how I love my gingham. Look at that, adorable, right? So I'm gonna be using these as gift tags for all of my presents. These were actually supposed to be for a workshop that I was planning to do in December, but that just didn't pan out. So for all of my ninangs and ninongs, I made personalized coffee mugs. See, using my Cricut. I know that's gonna happen a lot now, guys. I now have a new toy, so I'm gonna use it a lot. So using my Cricut, I cut out their names out of permanent vinyl. So these are dishwasher safe in theory. And then attach them onto these coffee mugs, which of course they can use for tea, for coffee, for whatever. And I was just gonna get them the coffee mugs alone. And then just part of me felt like it would be so much better if this was personalized. That's always how I feel, and that's always how I end up in this trap. Like there's just a part of my brain that just goes, but this would be better if it was personalized. Just like that little extra something to show that person that like I've put some thought into this. And I get that like not everybody has the time to do that, obviously. And honestly, this year I don't really have the time to do it as well, but which is why I'm like a little scatterbrained and a little stressed out right now. Because I shouldn't be doing this, but it's just important to me. So I'm going to do it. So initially, I created this design that's like, oh, the construction noise. I really hope the noise canceling is doing its job. So initially, I created this design that's sort of like it's like a dictionary. I'm so sorry, the coffee clearly has not kicked in yet. It's like the dictionary of your name, and then you know, like a brief description, but like a quirky, sassy, funny description of that person, and like what I think of them as well, but also what I think that they would like that type of thing. So I did that initially, and I was having such a hard time transferring the permanent vinyl onto the transfer tape. And I don't know if it was like a user error thing. I actually even contacted the like official distributor for Cricut here in Cebu. And I asked them, like, is this normal? Like, I sent them videos, is this normal? Am I doing something wrong? Because I am having the hardest time with these mugs. And she told me that it was normal, just be patient and, you know, keep at it. And there was a way that I was like pushing this vinyl onto the transfer tape. My finger would do this thing where it would just kind of lock into place and I couldn't bend it. It's the weirdest thing. And for like the past 2 days, my left thumb has just been numb, like this side. Like it doesn't hurt, I can move it, but when I touch it, it feels numb. don't know if that's something that I should be worried about. So for the next set of designs, I simplified it, which is why it's just the name now, no more like quirky description. I've made the design in such a way that it's easier to take off of the permanent the permanent vinyl sheet. And I've discovered a new method that's like taking me 30 minutes instead of 2 hours to make one mug. So I'm gonna show you how I did that. If any of my friends are watching right now, this video is gonna go up before we have our little gathering, so turn away now because you're gonna ruin your own present. So what I've done is I put a little quote, and I just feel like it suits each girl's personality so well, and a symbol to go with it. To my one friend, the bee is very significant to her. So I was thinking of having just the text in the middle of the mug, but then have like bees, little bees all over. But seeing as how hard it is to stick it, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I don't know if my wrist can take it, honestly. Speaking of designing, guys, I genuinely love designing products and stuff. And I do kind of want to make new products again. And people always ask me all the time, like, when are you gonna come up with new products to sell? And thinking maybe it's time I find the time to actually do that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut out these ones first, see what it looks like on the mug alone, and then decide if I need to add more like elements all around the mug, or if it's good enough as it is. All right, my loves, it is too hot in this sunny tropical climate that I am living in to craft without putting my hair up. So I might not look as cute. Well, I don't know if I looked cute earlier, but you know. I printed out one of the designs to put on the mug so that I can see if it will look okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the little dead cat on this. I should not have touched the I am so sorry. Where is my brain at? I should put the dead cat on in case the electric fan is making weird noises. I'll be right back. All right, let's hope that's better. All right. Wow, I just said all right twice. Wow, I am so out of practice. I haven't filmed in a while. I've missed you guys though. Okay, so I have two kinds of mugs. I have a what they're calling an Americano mug, and then I have a wider one that they're calling a latte mug. And I think you'll get the mug that you get based on the design that I'm making for you, basically. Like, if the design requires more space, then I go for the latte mug. All right, let's see. Will this look good here or here? Do you know what? I think it'll be cuter on the wider mug. Let's go with the wider mug. First, I need to weed this. The number of videos that I see where people are like, I love weeding, it's so therapeutic. That is not me, guys. I don't dislike it, but I genuinely have no special feelings towards weeding. Oh, but it is satisfying to watch. So I am going to zoom in so you can see it. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Let me just... satisfying. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and now let us take out the lettuce. Can you see this? Man, I am so out of practice. Hang on. Busting out my third tripod. Okay, all right. Okay. Make it zoom down. Let's go. Okay, is this better? Oh, you know what? Not bad of an angle at all. Don't know what that accent was, but there we have it. If you thought this was going to be a quiet, chill, craft with me video, and then you ended up with this insane, chaotic mess of a brain that I am currently dealing with, I'm so sorry. So this particular friend loves stars, starfish, stuff like that. So these are actually starfish that I've filled in so they're bolder, and I just feel like they'll translate better on the mug. I mean, guys, it's cute, no? Can you see the vision? So what I'm trying to decide is this cute enough? And then to have like a little bit of a design element around the text so that the design will mostly be focused here in front? Or would it be cuter if we had like for example, for this design, I've chosen the stars because of the significance, the symbolism. Would it be cuter if there were stars all around? Oh, gosh, I'm looking at it now and I really feel like it would be cuter to have stars all around. This is just alcohol. Always spray with alcohol first, clean up the surface, because I have been handling these mugs, so there's going to be like just the oils from your hands, you know, and then dust and debris and stuff like that, and it makes the vinyl not as permanent if that is already on your mug. Take your transfer tape, and this is what I've noticed in every single Instagram or YouTube video where people do this, they always cut out this part. It just magically jumps to, and the transfer tape has picked up the design. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. That is because this part of the process is very difficult. So take your scraper, push it down to the best of your abilities. Right, so this is the frustrating part. You'd expect it to be like, okay, I've attached that on. Let's take our edge, lift it up, and then it picks up the vinyl. But it doesn't. It doesn't, see? So imagine doing this for like a lot of big, intricate designs. And nothing's happening. So frustrating. That was my life for the longest time, but that is not my problem anymore because of what I have discovered. So you can't pick, all you need to do is get like a little edge. Sometimes you're lucky and the edge will pick up and then it'll go. But when it doesn't, what I do is I've saved the backing of the permanent vinyl sheet, like an offcut from an old one. And this side is like glossy and the vinyl will not stick to it, right? But it's stiff enough that I can sort of like jimmy this under the permanent vinyl and sort of just encourage it to lift. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to bend your permanent vinyl in any way. You don't want to crease it. You don't want to create an edge, because that'll just make it come off of your final product the more you use it, you know? That'll just kind of weaken it in that way. So you have to be kind of gentle with it. I'm just giving it a little encouragement. I'm not gonna cut this out. Editing me, do not cut this out. I know it's boring. My goodness, how long is this gonna take me? Oh, there! Okay, we're in. Oh wait, you cannot see that, hang on. This is what I'm seeing from my angle. So do you see how like the very, very edge of this E is underneath that? Okay, I need somebody to hold this camera right here while I work. Damn it, I did that entire letter carefully so I could show you from this angle and it wasn't recording. All right, let's try again. Okay, so I've managed to get the E off, as you can see. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Because this particular design, they're all separate. The annoying thing is, this took me a really long time to take off. And now I have to do it again for the next letter. So I think I'm gonna amend the designs to make them cursive. That way, I don't have this problem because there's already a piece that's connected to the previous letter. Anyway, You know what? You've seen me struggle with the E. Let me struggle with the N off camera, and then I'll come back to you when it's finally working. Okay, I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay, you are recording, right? Yes, you are definitely recording. Oh my gosh, because I am not struggling through it this way again. It's just hard to do it when it's floating in the air, which is why I was struggling. That's a lie. It's just a struggle. Okay, I've gotten the edge of the Y off here. Ooh, careful not to bend it. And then I'm pushing it down onto the transfer tape, encouraging it to stick on the transfer tape. And sometimes that's enough, to pull the whole letter off. But sometimes it needs a little more encouragement. So I slide the backing, the shiny side up. And this is the backing from the same permanent adhesive, permanent vinyl, so it won't stick to this backing. It's meant to release. And I just slide that in just to encourage it to let go. There you go. And then you can even use it to push the letter onto the transfer tape, and then you can just curl this away and it comes off. But see, even that took a while, and now I have to do that for all of these letters because they're separate. So imagine if they were all connected and then there's a piece that's already lifted, so you can just keep going. But yes, that's my little hack for making these easier. It's still not easy, but it's easier than what I was doing, and it doesn't aggravate my carpal tunnel as much. Now we gotta do it again for every single letter. So another trick that I like to do is to bend the backing of the vinyl that you're trying to remove here, and then just bend it just a little bit, and that just gives you a little more clearance so you can slide in your scrap piece. And then, because like I said, all you need is just a little bit. You just need a little something so this can slide under and you can get it to release. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. 3 letters down. Do you need to see that up close? When I'm editing this and I don't have the up close footage, I'm gonna be so annoyed with myself. Okay, just a sec. Flip it on its back and then curl this backing backwards. And then you can take your excess piece, and I just want like the littlest edge here, just so it'll release. There we go. Do you see that? My goodness, I really hope you see that. And then, now that it's in, I can flip it back over and do what we've been doing, gently encouraging it to release. There we go, there we go. Oh my gosh, the R. Oh, added bonus, the R. It came off on its own. Amazing. Oh wow, and I caught it on camera. Nice, good for me. Yay. Oh no, I thought we got the A off, never mind. I thought in that one peel we were gonna get 3 whole letters. But no, you know what, I'm happy with 2. All right, and then once again, push it onto the transfer tape and then peel this away. That's like almost half the design right there. Nice. Done. How long did that take? What time is it? About 45 minutes, but definitely the bending the back off and then trying to squeeze the other backing in is the way to go. Okay, and then this part has also been quite tricky, making sure that the design is like centered. I'm like eyeballing all of this, so honestly, some of them are a tiny bit crooked. I'm just gonna have to be okay with that, and so are my friends, because life is not perfect, y'all. What I like to do is I like to use the warmth of my body to encourage that adhesive to stick. Just give it a good rub. You also can't push too hard because sometimes like it pushes the letters around and then it gets misaligned. Very annoying. And then I go in with the scraper just to like really push it down. Push it down, push it down. You can peel. And ta-da! Ta-da! Okay. Okay. Are you crooked? I think it's fine. Now they say you can reuse the transfer tape, and I've found that I can probably reuse the transfer tape maybe like 3 times at the most. At the most. I'm just gonna cut this off. I've seen videos where people say that it's easier to peel off the backing by going like this and then peeling it off, and the design comes off better that way. I find that so difficult just because this backing is so hard. Like it's not exactly flexible. So even just like going like this and pulling, it doesn't really want to move. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but anyway, that's not working for me. This seems to be working for me. There, we just need a little bit. We just need you to release a little bit. Part 2 of the design. I've also learned that it's easier to break apart the design and then put it together afterwards, although you do run the risk of it getting a little wonky in terms of alignment, which has happened to me, but it's just easier overall versus having like a really giant thing that you're trying to finagle, you know? So let's try this. Now, how difficult it will be to remove these stars will determine whether or not there's going to be stars all over the mug. This is what I've learned as well. I tend to be too much of a perfectionist, and like I'll get an idea in my head and I'll be like, oh, it's better if we do it this way, just because that's just the idea in my head. But is it really though? Like sometimes it's okay. Like nobody knows this second option. When you receive the gift, you're gonna like it, I hope, regardless of whether or not, you know, I killed myself making it. You know, like sometimes I feel like as a crafter, this is a very like common thing that I've found. We tend to go too hard. DIYers tend to go a little too hard. Cause like when you DIY something, you don't want. I was going on a bit of a rant about perfectionism and why sometimes getting things done is better than having them be perfect when the camera died. So I don't actually know how much of that was in the video. I can see how it would be cuter if this was covered in stars all around. But this on its own is actually already pretty damn cute. So this is my way of saying, maybe we don't have to go insane and put stars all over the entire thing, because that would take us way too long. That's what I tell myself while I'm working on this. I'm like, Jacqueline, you have several more mugs to make, and one design takes you X amount, and you have several more mugs to make. So maybe we don't have to go full Mona Lisa on every single mug. You know what I mean? I don't know. Crafting thoughts. Looks like they're back from their break. Okay, I am going to finish this. Get started on another mug, which I shan't be showing you the process of. I just wanted to show you this one so that I could share my little hack with you. So this design is done. Does it not look cute? You cannot. Is it focusing at all? I think that's cute, right? I don't think I need to put stars everywhere. I need to get started on other mugs. There are still so many to make. Thanks so much for watching this video. Bit of a random, chatty, I don't know if I'm even gonna edit or post this. If I do, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!